So this morning I slapped together something on PowerPoint, and it's a rough, very rough draft of a tech tree that could be introduced into Avorion to help with balancing issues that the game has, and also provide a little bit of player depth. Now, tech trees aren't perfect in themselves, but I think implemented into Avorion would be awesome, and I think it would enhance the player's playthrough even more, if you understand what I'm saying. So take this like a grain of salt. I slapped this together this morning, this particular fictitious tech tree, and you'll understand what I was trying to get at. So the first one we're going to look at is heavy weapons. Now, heavy weapons, the whole tree is based off volume. So the higher volume ship you have, the more bonuses you get. So it encourages people that like to build big and increases bonuses in that area. So if you go down this particular tree, say you could have 10% to armor and shields bonus, being heavy weapons, plus 5,000 to shields with a volume over 5,000, 5% HP every 10,000 volume. So the larger your ship gets, the more HP pool you have. Plus 1 to weapon slots with a volume over 20,000. So the bigger the ship, you get more weapon slots. 10% to weapon range in this particular tree. And of course, you've got to have a cherry on top when you go down the tree, or multiple little cherries. 20% chance gunners will go into a rage and will increase their fire rate by 20%. So you got a bit of a chance there that your gunners will start going off the chain and just going for it. So the idea behind like a dreadnought build would be sort of something like that. I mean, there's a lot that you could improve and add to make it more in depth, but that was the general idea of going down this particular tree. And, you know, it provides players with an in-depth system to play around with. The other one that I looked at was a trader. So if you wanted to specialize in trading, you get a +1 to mining materials, so another +1 on top of what you currently can. 15% increase to jump range, because in trading you'd like to want to have, you know, long jump ranges with a negative 20% cooldown, so your cooldown is quicker, so you can jump more frequently to do more trades. That was the idea. Plus 1,000 to diplomacy, fictitious number, but being a trader allows you to automatically, every time you do a trade, you get a massive bonus with diplomacy, so you become friendly really quickly when dealing with factions. 20% to cargo space, so you can now hold more cargo space. I realize that's on top of your system upgrades as well. 50% better buying prices, so you get better buying prices wherever you go as a trader. And if honoured, you can now jump directly to the faction of your choice. So there's no distance across the galaxy which will hold you back going down this tree. So you can jump anywhere you like. There's nothing holding you back. As long as you're honoured with a faction, or you could be revered or anything like that, you could choose it. It's just fictitious. But the point is, juicy bonus on top would be something that allow you to jump around directly to factions that you're friendly with or you're honored with. So that's the way I sort of saw a trader in the game. And of course, the other one was a fighter. Now this one is the reverse of a heavy weapon specialist. And the fighter tree, the big ticket here is that the volume must not exceed 100,000. This is fictitious, but my point was, I was trying to make the point that if you stay below a volume, you get these bonuses for being in the fighter tree. So it encourages diversity when it comes to fighters and what you play. You could play a big dreadnought, or you could play a smaller cruiser battleship that has just as much potency. So you can choose either or if you like. So in the fighter tree, if your volume is below a certain threshold, you get a 10% increase to cargo space. Because of your ship being smaller, you need a little bit bigger cargo space in order to trade as well. 50% increase to your health pool and your shields, because you're being a smaller ship, you'll need that boost in HP and shields. 50% increase to speed and movement, so that is enhancing your fighting ship, your cruiser, whatever it is, makes it a lot more faster. 30% to weapon damage, and 5% increased fire rate. So now you're even more potent being a specialized cruiser or fighter. And of course, a cherry on top could be your weapons no longer have a cooldown and you gain a 50% dodge chance. So you have avoidance as well as no cooldown on a weapon. Now, if you think about a cooldown on your weapon, you could put rail guns on there and they'll be firing off, and there's no cooldown in between. There's no stopping them. So you're doing increased damage. The idea is that you're a potent fighter that can move fast, that has high tech on it, and you've got all the abilities that a dreadnought would bring to the table. So it's just catering to different sides of the field and what they can bring, and also being able to complete content as well, whether you're a fighter or a heavy weapon specialist. And that was just the idea behind the tech tree. Just very brief overview. It is rough. The numbers and figures are rough, but the idea that I was trying to point out was that you could be a trader, you could be a heavy weapon specialist, and you could be a fighter in this game being implemented like this. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are below in the comment section below. It'd be really awesome. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below about what you think the direction of Avorion should go in. But yeah, alright then. Thanks guys. Bye.